Hey everyone, I'm continuing the homemade antenna topic again. Let's see if there's anything in this basket full of old stuff that we can use to make one. This 5-connector splitter looks quite useful. I think it could be repurposed as an intermediate part to connect the important components together, which would be very convenient. And now we've got 2 more fluorescent electric mice to work with. I think we can definitely repurpose them to build a signal receiving router, combining them with the parts we already have to make the setup even more practical. I've got to say, this really is a fantastic combination. As I mentioned earlier, this fluorescent light mouse is the main signal receiving router for the antenna device, thanks to its simple yet highly efficient design. The casing helps maintain a stable and focused signal within a compact structure, while the internal fluorescent lighting system ensures continuous signal reception, preventing interruptions during transmission through connection points. The existing wires and electrical contacts act as natural signal pathways, allowing the entire system to connect seamlessly. Therefore, with only its basic internal components, this device is sufficient to serve as the main signal receiving router, becoming the crucial connection hub for the homemade antenna device. Because this is a non-polarized starter, the 2 copper pins underneath are not marked as negative or positive terminals. Everyone can feel completely at ease, since connecting the 2 short wires to these copper pins does not require worrying about mixing up polarity. To protect the connection, you can use hot glue to cover or fill around the electrical joint, helping keep it more secure and tidy. Next, I'll connect the 4 terminals of this 5-port signal splitter to the remaining ends of the 4 electrical wires following the usual standard setup. Everyone can refer to it in case it becomes useful. Here, I have a rectangular wooden board that I can repurpose as the antenna base. With its solid appearance and safe wooden material, I'm not concerned about it interfering with signal reception. And to securely fix everything onto the wooden base, I'll continue making use of hot glue to keep the parts stable and more organized. This is a coaxial cable, and its purpose is to transmit signals between components, helping the connection and signal reception work more steadily. I'll first prepare one end of this cable to connect it to the remaining port of the 5-way signal splitter, creating a link to the homemade antenna device. The other end of the cable will be prepared later to connect to the TV. This is an F-type female cable connector, compact yet very convenient, making it easier and tidier to connect this coaxial cable end to the signal splitter. For this remaining coaxial cable end, besides attaching an F-type female connector, I'm also adding a 90-degree F connector to redirect the cable angle, making it easier and tidier to connect to the TV or device, especially in tight or hard-to-reach spaces. Alright, that's it, everything is finished. The entire homemade antenna system is now fully completed, from signal collection and reception to signal transmission. Now I'm going to take it out for a real-world test and see how it performs. Before connecting the antenna device to the TV, I'll first check the TV so everyone can clearly see that it is currently receiving no signal, helping avoid any suspicion that the results were prepared or staged beforehand. Although the screen displayed an image very quickly right after the connection, let's keep watching for a little longer to check whether the system is working stably or not. After observing for a while, I decided to go behind the TV, unplug the connection, and plug it back in to check whether the system would continue working stably. And this is what surprised me the most. After the final test, the entire system still appeared to remain impressively stable. The 5-way signal splitter clearly showed its effectiveness as the central connection hub, helping keep everything organized and giving the impression of smooth and continuous signal flow during operation. But what impressed me even more was the fluorescent light mouse. What once looked like a very simple object had now become the main signal router for this homemade antenna device, helping the entire system feel smoother, more stable, and far more complete than I expected.